This is something I typed out like a couple of Sundays ago, having to do with the letters of Paul. But it does sort of fit, parts of it fit with the Passover and the message being sent about what Christ's death is for, and what the remembrance of the Passover being practiced by us worldwide every year stands for. Paul did indeed die in the flesh to live in the spirit, and live in the spirit he did. His words speak clearly and boldly to all of us with the spirit and the ears to listen, whether in the old Jerusalem or the new one. And to this, we're living in the new one now, is for from where I'm at, with my understanding of what's happened in the world, for going to church, for reading my Bible, for being reborn. A ton of things. Okay, I'm gonna just sort of wing down to the bottom of this and start at Galatians 3:11 and then go on to 17 to 19. Moreover, that by law no one is declared righteous with God is evident, because the righteous one will live by reason of faith. That would mean instead of me sitting here on camera, I'd be walking around North America introducing myself to the world. Hi, I'm Jennifer Cooley and I was born to be popular, and let's sit around reading the Bible and talking about Christ. But they invented cameras, so I find this a little bit easier to do. I may take that walk though. Further, I say this: as to the covenant previously validated by God, the law that has come into being 436 years later does not invalidate it. So, a law that was written from the Bible many years ago does not mean that it doesn't account in the world today, depending on what law it is. Of course, it's still valid in our lives. So, as to abolish the promise, you can't abolish any promises God's made to the earth, to the people, right? Because that's his promise. For if the inheritance is due to law, it is no longer due to promise. Whereas God has kindly given it to Abraham, though a promise. Why then the law? It was added to make transgression manifest. So law we have today was added to make transgression manifest, because there's so much sin, so much transgression in the world, that if we don't use law to keep ourselves together, then what are we going to do? This law was put into place until the seed should arrive to whom the promise had been made, and it was transmitted through angels by the hand of a mediator. So the writers of the Bible, the 66 chapters of the Bible as we know it, right? I hope that makes sense. Okay, anyways, since I've only got 10 minutes time to upload on YouTube, I'm going to just sort of try to get through this. Okay, 20 to 22. Now there is no mediator where only one person is concerned, but God is only one. Is the law therefore against the promise of God? May that never happen. For if a law had been given that was able to give life, righteousness would actually have been by means of law. But the scripture delivered all things together to the custody of sin, that the promise resulting from faith toward Jesus Christ might be given to those exercising faith.